Yo, what's going down, everybody? It is Straight Outta Boston here, aka the King of Boston, and today we're back with episode 60 of the Tennessee Titans Connected Careers. And today we're going up against the Minnesota Vikings in the Hubbard H. Humphrey Metrodome, and this is going to be a very good game. This is a very, very good Minnesota Vikings team. On paper they look alright. They're not amazing, but they are 10-3, and they entered this on a 7-game win streak. So started out 3-3, and really just have a lot of momentum at this point. And it's going to be a very tough matchup. As you can see, Leslie Frazier is still their head coach. I believe he might have won Coach of the Year this past season in real life. I don't quite remember. But would that be NFC Coach of the Year, and then they'd have AFC Coach of the Year? I'm not really too sure on that. But anyway, getting right into this gameplay, Josh Freeman takes the field as well as Pooh Carlson, as you can see. Struggling season so far for Carlson. More INTs than anyone else in football at this point, but solid amount of yards, solid amount of touchdowns, and the completion percentage is adequate. So now we're going to punt this one away towards the end of the first quarter. Really nothing going on right now, but we're going to get a very good punt there from Brett Kern. I almost said Christoph Kern, Brett Kern, and that's going to force the Vikings into terrible field position. So now they're going to take over with the ball now on the 9-yard line on 3rd and 13. Freeman's going to drop back. Good coverage, just being rushed, and it's going to be a safety for the Tennessee Titans. So they take a rare 2-0 lead in football. Almost as rare as the 1-0 lead, which apparently can happen due to the NCAA, or was it the Fiesta Bowl, I think it was, where there was like a 1-point conversion, something weird like that, like a 1-point safety. But anyway, on our next drive, Carlson is going to be picked off there by Smith, the safety for the Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings are going to take over in very good field position. They get the turnovers continue for Pooh Carlson, but now the handoff to right for the Minnesota Vikings is going to go for about 9 yards right there. I believe his name is Javaris, right? I don't even know. I can't remember. But Freeman on the handoff to Peterson. Peterson breaks the tackle and is going to get another 9 yards at that point. So it's going to set up a 3rd and inches on the 37-yard line. Freeman is going to pitch it to Peterson, who's going to get brought down by Michael Griffin. Great tackle right there. Brandon Brown is going to get credit for it. And that's going to set up a 4th and 4 on the 41-yard line. So now the kicker is up, and he's going to kick this one, and it is just short. So Titans will now take over with the ball on the 48-yard line. No good for Shane Sweesom, and we take over at the 48-yard line. Hand off to Chris Johnson. Johnson's starting to get it going over the last few games, really showing that speed, looking like he's healthy once again as he gets to the outside for a pickup of 31 yards. Now, or not 31 yards, but he gets it to the 31. And now Johnson, once again to the outside, is going to pick up about 10. He's got 6 carries for 46 yards so far. A very good day on the, or very good stats so far in the afternoon. Carlson on the scramble is going to find Jared Cook on the run on the play action rollout for a first down. That's going to set up a 1st and 10 on the 14-yard line. And now on 2nd and 7 from the 11, Carlson's going to drop back out of the shotgun formation and find Kenny Britt, who's going to be stopped just short. That's going to set up a 1st and goal on the 1, which will end up being an easy conversion, as you're going to see on the pitch to Chris Johnson. Using that speed, gets to the outside. He's able to pick up the yard that he needed to get into the end zone. So we're going to take a 9-0 lead to start the game. Not really start the game, as we are in the second quarter at this point. So now the Vikings are going to take over with the ball on the 32-yard line. Josh Freeman drops back. He's going to fire it in there to Adrian Peterson. He's going to pick up about 8 yards on that one. Set up a 2nd and 2 on the 40. The Vikings will go no huddle, as you can see. And we're going to stay right with you because the next play is going to be pretty important as to what happens. Freeman is going to take the snap out of the shotgun, drop back, and he's going to fire it deep. He's got a man, and it is caught by, I believe, I can't remember his first name. I think it was Matt Baca. He's definitely one of those like rookies or something. But Baca with the touchdown in the back of, or in the end zone, and the Vikings are going to cut the lead to 2 after the extra point. So now we get the ball back. Still 9-7. Carlson drops back into the shotgun. He's going to fire it. It's caught by Kenny Britt for the first down, pick up about 12. The Titans are trying to get some sort of points before we go into the half. Carlson's going to drop back. He's pressured. He's going to fire it to Devin Hester. He's going to get to the outside, use that speed, cut back in, and pick up a big chunk right there. First down now. Ball on the 47-yard line. 16 seconds and counting. We still have 3 timeouts. I stupidly did not call one here, but anyway, fired in there to Cook over the middle. Here I would call timeout after this play. Or I guess the Vikings would. No, yeah, we did. Okay. And that's going to set up a 2nd and 10 field goal from the 23-yard line. 40. I can't do that math. I'm stupid. It's up and good. So we take a 12-7 lead. That was a 40-yard field goal. We take a 12-7 lead into the half over the Minnesota Vikings. Very impressive game so far by the Tennessee Titans. Defense is looking well. Offense is operating. And it's just been a really great game. We've contained Adrian Peterson and I'm just really excited about how we've played so far. Looking to improve to 6-8 on the year, still mathematically with a chance to get into the playoffs if we win. And how are we going to start out the second half? Devin Hester is going to receive this kick in the end zone, cut to the outside. He's got some speed, he's got some blockers, and he could go all the way. Can he outrun this one last defender? Yes, he can. For the 4th straight week, Devin Hester returns a kickoff for a touchdown. What a job by Devin Hester, really just proven that signing worthy. I kind of signed him just because I like the name, because I like Devin Hester. I used to be a big fan of him when he was good. Not really anymore, just because he's not that good. That sounded really bad, but he just used to be one of the most exciting players to watch in football, and I really used to enjoy watching him play. Not so much anymore, but anyway, Hester just really coming up big for us at this point, really just providing instant offense, and it's just such a great thing to have. But anyway, they're going to play action it right now. Freeman drops back. He's going to find Jacoby Ford, one of my favorite players in the NFL. Speedy slot-type wide receiver out of Clemson. I guess now that Percy Harvin's not on the Vikings anymore, he kind of fills that Percy Harvin-type role. Coming out of the slot, just outrunning some guys on those little crossing routes, and just doing really well right now. I love Jacoby Ford. He's one of the fastest players in football. And it's just going to be he's a really fun player to watch. So anyway, now it's going to set by 4th and 3 after we stop them on 3rd down. So the Vikings are going to come out and kick this 44-yard field goal. Shane Sweetson this time converts it, and they cut the lead to 9 now. So 19-10. Titans would get the ball back towards the end of the 3rd quarter. Carlson drops back. He's going to fire it over the middle to Jared Cook. Cook is going to pick up the 1st down and a lot more. Pickup of a total of about 25 yards, I believe. And now we're 26 maybe? I'm not sure. Anyway, Carlson drops back, fires it to Nate Washington on the 3rd and 4 for the 1st down. Washington's first catch of the day for 23 yards. And now Carlson drops back. He's looking. Takes a deep drop back, fires to Chris Johnson over the middle, but Johnson's going to be stopped short of the 1st down. So that's going to set up a 4th and 3, and the 29-yard field goal for Rob Baronis is up and good. So we take a 12-point lead, take that 12-point lead back. 2-possession game. Only 6 minutes left. We are in good position at this point. Now, still 22-10. Carlson's going to drop back. He's going to be hit as he throws, and it's going to be intercepted by, I believe that's Kevin Williams, who must have been dropping back in coverage out of his defensive tackle spot. So Williams gets his first interception of the day, probably his first of the year, quite frankly. And he's not the type of guy that's going to be picking off a lot of passes. So Vikings get the ball on the 49-yard line. Freeman to Jacoby Ford for the 1st down, pickup of about 11 on that one. Nice throw there by Josh Freeman. That's going to set up a 1st and 10 on the 38-yard line. Now Freeman, out of the I formation, drops back. He is going to be sacked by Cameron Wembley, of course, his 3rd of the game. Even on these new sliders, Wembley continues to have such an amazing season, and he's just been doing so well for us in this Connected Careers. 4th and 10 from the 38. Freeman's going to find Wright, who's going to be stopped short of the 1st down. We're going to get the ball back, and we're going to have a chance to run out the clock, but they are going to get it back with 1:34 left, though, with just one timeout. Freeman drops back. He's looking deep, got all the time in the world, finds Visante Shenko, the current New England Patriot, who I guess was not released before this rosters came out, or maybe he's just back on the Vikings. I can't really remember, but anyway, little dump off to Peterson there. That's actually going to pick them up a nice chunk on the 3rd and 3. Bad coverage there by the Tennessee Titans. That's going to set up a 1st and 10 on the 37-yard line. Freeman will drop back with both running backs in his backfield. Finds Wright over the middle, and he's going to go all the way into the end zone for the touchdown. So the Vikings now cut the lead to 5 points, 22-17. And on the ensuing kickoff, as they'll see in just a moment, they will attempt an onside kick. And now, I believe this is their punter, who I don't know his name, but he's going to kick it, and Jake Ballard is there on the hand steam. He's going to run backwards, try to run some extra clock off, or run some extra time off the clock, and that's pretty much going to wrap up this video. So we end up winning 22-17, very impressive win in Minnesota. We keep our playoff chances alive. We get to 6-8. The Vikings fall to 10-4. And a 2-game win streak now, our first win streak in, I believe, the entire season, quite frankly. I don't think we've won 2 in a row at all. I remember the first, really, 4 games, or the first 8 games were back and forth, win-loss, win-loss, win-loss. And then we had that brutal 4-game losing streak, but now we've got up to a 2-game winning streak. Good game right now, just really riding the momentum, and hopefully we can continue this all the way into the playoffs, and hopefully try to sneak in with a playoff spot, probably as a 6th seed at 8-8. We'll certainly try. But as you can see, the final score there out of snowy Minneapolis, Minnesota, 22-17. And you will see the All Madden proof in just a moment. It will flash up on your screen right about now. 22-17 on All Madden. And we'll get into the post-game stats. We'll look at the team stats first. And pretty even matchup. We won some categories. They won some categories. in the end, we did end up winning the final score. I really felt like we could have blown that game open if it weren't for a few mistakes. So I really was happy with the way the team played today. And just overall, great victory. Peterson, we held him in check with only 32 yards. Johnson at 57, but he showed flashes of the old Chris Johnson, which is good to see because we definitely need him to step it up. And anyway, Jared Cook, and that is Mick Baca. Yeah, I checked his name at that point, Mick Baca. Anyway, see the defensive stats flashing up on your screen right now. That's going to wrap this video for me. I thank you guys for watching. Hope you did enjoy. So I'm out.